So we can just say the budget workshop is open at this time.
Budget workshop's open at this time?
Sure. And they have showed up, but I'm not sure.
See, what you got here is your city attorney walking in here, okay?
If you didn't like this all day.
I just heard him talking about robots 2 minutes ago.
I'll say it's already on.
Oh, I was saying, here comes somebody coming in.
Now, see,
Yeah, Philip.
what you got here walking in the door is Mr. Philip Hart. Mr. Philip Hart, Councilman. Position number 4.
I beat you. I didn't know we had a contest going on.
If I break into a random Ross Perot voice, it's because I have been prepped.
I think I need to let Jolene sit over here so she can give you a kiss.
We just opened the budget hearing.
That one, it says 5:30, but at 5 o'clock is budget work.
We're doing a budget workshop for 15 minutes. We'll do a tax rate hearing for 15 minutes. We'll open the city council meeting at 5:30.
Did you get one of these little things?
Workshops informal. I have charts and graphs and pie charts and
More graphs.
a myriad
I
of
would
things.
love some pie, real pie.
Well, I'm giving this sketch over here make it pecan pie.
We could do that over there, yeah. On the 12th, I expect pie.
You expect pie on the 12th? If we look,
So late now to tell you to make pie.
hey, Corey, bring up that first graph, please. There you go. As you know, the budget's broken down into 2 separate parts, general government and water and sewer. That is the proposed general government breakdown. There's a little deviation in there, but those percentages won't change at all. We had to make some adjustments for, we got new insurance rates and things of that nature. So.
What, the Lake Park is like.
Yes.
Sewer.
Yes. You go to the next slide real quick. The largest expenditure was streets, it was about 39%. So of the streets, 37% goes to Republic. Now we do collect a fee for that, but it goes to Republic. The rest is labor, asphalt, caliche. The general other is gas, fuel, things of that nature. The labor is a little higher, but we have more what we call ODM, or called OTIS, other duties as assigned.
Okay,
They're all lumped in that department.
I kind of like that acronym.
OTIS,
It's his.
but the asphalt and bleach is pretty, 10% of our street budget goes to actually paving and things of that nature. And if you take out the Republic, that 10% gets much, much larger.
Mhm.
All right, next slide. Water and sewer. You'll notice that supply and treatment and debt service constitute the bulk of that. You're looking at roughly 70%, definitely 2/3 of the water and sewer expenses. That's important because it's pretty much fixed. Your debt service is a fixed liability, and your supply and treatment is a fixed liability. And I'll get into the supply and treatment here in a second. Water distribution, that's going to be the pipes, replacing all the pipes and things of that nature. Sewer is maintaining the sewer plant. Water admin is the ladies up front, software, the things that we need administratively to operate the water system. Any questions on that one? Okay. Debt service, is not going to change. That's going to be there. All right, go to the next slide, please. Of the supply and treatment, this is the thing I want everybody to look at. 42% of the largest expenditure in the water department goes towards water purchase, transportations, and the chemicals to treat the water.
The chemicals don't they fluctuate with the amount of water processed?
It fluctuates with the quality of water we get in.
But the water purchase and transportation, well, water purchase is the only thing fixed in that whole thing, right?
More or less, yes.
Everything else is gonna be kind of,
Yeah, there's some variances in there. The worst,
well, transportation won't,
yeah, transportation is about 50,000. It's where it averages.
right, they're gonna tell us for whatever.
Yeah.
But the chemicals should
The chemicals there's a variable in there. The chemical difference is not obviously more water, more chemicals, but also the quality of water requires us to put more chems in it to treat it. For example, after we had boil water notice, we had, because of all the water coming in, and actually it's Ivy water that's really hurting us right now. We were spending at one point $1,000 a day to treat the water, just in chemicals alone. So, I found that interesting because there's really not a whole lot you're going to be able to cut out of your water supply and treatment. You got to pay for the water, and you got to pay whatever they tell us to do. We got good news on that front. You got to pay transportation costs, and that's about $50,000 a year. It's going to fluctuate by a couple of thousand here and there, but it's more or less $50,000. But the chemicals is the chemicals is the only variation in there. And we went high this budget session because we had blown the chem budget out of the water. And so we were anticipating a lower quality of water.
Is the quality of water right now any better where we're
It's getting better. Yes, yes.
not having to treat it as much?
It's getting, yes. We will probably be back to quote normal, unquote, October-ish.
I knew there wasn't a smell like we were
Yeah.
on the old lake.
Yeah, and the lake's full. We have 2 full lakes. So.
I can't tell if we have some to come in.
So,
Oh, that's Jolene?
Jolene.
Oh, that must be your sister.
Jolene.
That is the song.
there she is.
All right, I'm gonna really now see what you got here coming in late. You got Councilman Jolene McBurney. Councilman Jolene McBurney coming in on District 3. Okay, see you got that right now. Smiling, she's just picking in the green, just like an angel player.
Hey, you want to trade seats with me? So
I'll get it, don't worry. It'll come to pass.
Is she like that banjo player in Deliverance?
oh boy.
Oh, nuts.
You gonna sing us a tune?
No.
We already did before you walked in, you were singing Jolene.
I don't think I did better.
No, you didn't.
I think you violated some speeding laws.
I just drove.
That way you put a little thingy over the speedometer.
No, Robin couldn't see it, so. She couldn't see it, so I had it.
Oh, she wasn't driving, you were driving?
I was driving, yes, because she had to go back to the IR. And he was an hour late,
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
yes.
Oh, good.
So anyway, yes.
Any,
She sat with her eyes closed most of the way home, so.
That's a good thing.
Scared.
That's like,
any questions on the budget? You're looking at, I think that's tax rate that you got there, Joe.
Okay.
We broke down, the budget in the general and water, and I kind of tell you how the breakdown is percentage-wise by department and fund. And to fill apart, Gene and me wanted to go in here and take all of these charts and then break them down some more and make more charts.
that's good.
What's in the other category?
Other, for water, that would be things like maintenance at the facility.
Okay.
Engineering would be in there.
Okay.
I don't know what to tell you.
That would be repairs
You're looking at, yeah, tools, equipment, uniforms, laboratory supplies, phones, inspections, truck repairs, pumps, system lines, supply lines, SCADA system, grounds maintenance, water tower maintenance, that's another one that's in there. Schools, training, legal notices, you know, capital expenditures. You good, Mr. Art?
Okay. Okay.
I want to come off my high.
Take some deep.
Okay, I got 2 minutes. I met with Philip this morning. I was inspired by Philip. I was prompted to go to make more spreadsheets because
Yeah. No, look at me.
Uh-oh.
sunburned.
Come on into the big crowd.
I thought there was more people in here.
You're wrong on that side.
Yeah, we tend to show up as often as possible.
I guess I have the question for
Are you here for, well,
Budget or tax?
budget or tax?
the tax issue.
Okay, we'll do tax.
We'll get right in.
We got it over the tax at 5:15.
Okay.
It is.
Yeah, on time.
Almost there.
This is all budgets. This is. Yes, sir, I did. Any questions on the budget from anyone? Okay. The budget that I gave you on August the 15th is primarily the same. We did have a couple of amendments to it. We adjusted for our insurance rates because they came in. We also adjusted for the new rates from CMRWD, and I'll get into that at the council meeting. But other than that, it should be mostly the same.
All right, this time we're gonna close the budget hearing, workshop, sorry.